I'm your host, Shon Black. Don't it, Mac? Appreciate you, dog. Oh, the light is a little bright. Shon Black. All right, there we go. Shon Black has had a little bit of technical difficulty, but it's all right. It's okay. Shout out to the Black Crow. Guess I'll do a dark today. Shout out to the Blackest Crow. Tonight, your humble correspondent, we're going to talk about something that one of the listeners, one of the viewers said, you know what you should do? You should talk about X. And so I said, you know what? I should talk about this joint. It is what happened to 90s R&B? What happened to real R&B music? They said, Shon Black, what the heck is going on with R&B? Nobody has good R&B anymore. I said, really? What you mean nobody's got good R&B? But you know what? They're right. Who is watching? Look, for real. Let's keep it a buck. Remember, if you're in my age bracket, right? You remember the house party. Okay? Do you remember when back in the day you used to be at the house party and the slow jam came on? Y'all remember when the slow jam came on, right? The slow jam. When Luther started singing. Okay? You remember back when Boys to Men started singing. You remember back in that time when they started singing, you had to find somebody and get close. There is no more of that today. Like, maybe I'm just so far out of the loop, I don't understand, I don't know. But somehow, some way, we are not in the loop when it comes to R&B music. The R&B, there is no R&B, there is no songs that made you want to go and grab someone and get close. Said, so I'm like, what the heck are you talking about, man? What the heck are you talking about? I'm talking about that group that used to have you in the corner. And they had, remember the groups, they always had one guy with the deep voice like this. And he would talk to you, and you would talk to your girl the way that he talked to you in the song. He was talking to a girl, of course, but in the song, hey girl, you know, it's been such a long time, and I just wanted to tell you how much. Yeah, you missed that. You missed that. In the R&B of today, if there is any R&B of today, you don't get any of that. You remember back in the day when you had the acapella. Remember when Shy came out? Do da da do do do. Ooh da da do do do. You remember that? You remember what he said? For the very first time when I saw your brown eyes. So you thought you could sing. There's no group out there. Somebody, if you're out there right now, let me know if there's a group out there today that makes you feel that way like they did back in the 90s and the early 2000s when it comes to music. And yes, you can call me Unc. Unc is speaking right now. Unc is educating right now. Come on. Give me in your chat the 90s R&B song that made you feel sometimes. Because some of you, if you're a millennial, you have to be careful. But if you're a millennial right now, if you're a millennial, you might be a product of a 90s R&B song. If you're the age of 35, between, I guess, what's millennial? If you were born in 90, between, 86 or 85 on up through 97 or something like that, you might be a product of, girl, don't go away. I mean, Barry White used to have people on, come on, girl. Barry White used to have you in the mix. Gerald Levert used to have people in the mix. You said there's an echo? Now I'm going to try something, ladies and gentlemen, live. Because I hear that there might be an echo. So I'm going to try live. Bear with me. Can you hear me now? Is there an echo now? Let me know. I don't know if I'm being heard. But the 90s R&B was the jam, okay? And you know who you are. I wonder if my headphones are on. Hello, hello, hello. If there's still an echo, let me know. But if there's a 90s, the 90s R&B was a different animal. You had to get your dance on back in those days. You used to have to get your rock and roll on back in those days. You used to have to do things back in those days that you didn't want to do. But the R&B made you do it. So remember when what's his name? He just passed away not too long ago. The guy that said, "How does it feel?" I could see his face. He was married to Angie Stone. Yeah! Yeah! You know the one he was doing. You know that one. You know as well as I know. You know that one. And that 90s R&B was just crazy, bruh. It's crazy. Keita, welcome in. But that 90s, there is no R&B, and shout out to Keita because she's the one that gave me the idea. D'Angelo, that's what son's name was. D'Angelo. D'Angelo made you feel something. How does it feel? Ah! That's how I used to feel when D'Angelo was on the mic. Huh? The 90s, the R&B of the day, there is no. What R&B artist right now makes you feel like D'Angelo made you feel? You know what? I want to know if there is an R&B artist that you guys like. Today's artist, like there's an artist today that kind of makes you feel like it did. Yes, I do, cause that's how it made you feel. You back in the day, if D'Angelo was in the mix, you know what it would be about. Okay, Boys the Men had you feel some sort of way. Boys the Men had you feeling some sort sort of way. Say it ain't so. And then when Jodeci came out, come on now. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. What is so you're having my baby? See, she ask you questions. So you having my baby? Woo. And it means so much to me. There's nothing more precious than to raise a family. If there's any doubt in your mind, you know what I'm saying? You used to sing that to somebody in their ear. You be like, girl, you hear him talking about us? Hey, you hear him talking about us, girl? You and I will never fall apart, baby. Baby. Say it ain't so. That used to have, that's right, Brian McKnight, Keith Sweat. I don't know what is going on with my chat box. I'm sorry, guys. None of my chats are showing up. Forever, my lady. That joint is in my head now. Said the Backstreet Boys. That's right. Brian McKnight. Rome. Tevin Campbell. Babyface. Come on now. Babyface said, you and I. Know what I mean? Babyface used to have you in the mix. That's right. I can't even look at it. Tyrese. Yo, listen. Remember when Tyrese first got on that bus and he said, always Coca-Cola. Come on. That they don't sing like that anymore. There's nobody singing like that anymore. There's nobody singing like Tyrese was singing. Tyrese used to sing. That's when the people were singing. And you just don't have anybody. Everybody that you guys, H-Town, that's right, H-Town. What was that? Somebody rocking, knocking the boots. Whoo! Give me that sweet love. Even the joint when somebody passes on. This is for my homie. This is for the homie. Well. See you when I get there. In that gasoline, gasoline. What you was doing the gasoline? Come on, y'all know y'all did it. Shon Black did it. Huh? I don't know what the heck is happening. You know what I mean? That was a time. That time was special. Now, what R&B is? What? There's no R&B out. Where's all the R&B at? Where is all the R&B at? Still got R. Kelly. He in jail. R. Kelly he in the can. Son, Blackberry molasses. Come on, Soul for Real. Is that Soul for Real that sang that? R. Kelly had you two-stepping. He wanted you to find out who was in the closet. You did Soul for Real. You sung about Candy Rain. My love, do you ever dream of candy coated raindrop? Come on. You wanted to get close. You wanted to hug somebody. Today, all they do is they stand up in the club. They be standing in the wall like this. Everybody tough. You weren't tough when those songs came on. That's right. You had to step in the name of love. Remember when you stepped in the name of love? Remember High Five? Remember High Five? I like the way you kiss me when you playing the kissing game. What? That joint is serious. Let's go. I appreciate the topic, Keita. Shout out to Keita, everybody. Everybody give Keita a round of applause. Total. Remember they did the joint with Biggie? SWV. SWW to the VV. That's right. It was going down. It was going down. And I don't understand all that was happening with that. But it was going down. We don't have no R&B. Like, come on, man. Who in the R&B, who's in the R&B space? John B. People forgot about John B. John B used to be able to sing. Know what I mean? People slept on it. Even I think the last person that gave you an R&B album, right? The last person was Jamie Foxx. That's the last person that gave you an R&B. Like, I can't think of anybody in the last 20 joints, 20, not even 20 years. Let's say in the last, since 2012 or 13, that actually really put something out that was crazy. The Isley Brothers. You had, what was the LSG? My body all over your body, babe. Then we talking about male group. We not even talking about uh the one that Tiny and them. What was their joint? Their group that she was in. You had TLC. You had don't waste your time fighting. What was that? In Vogue. Come on, everybody loved In Vogue. If you were a male, you loved In Vogue. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on. You know what? I need to be on TikTok with the DJ table so I can DJ that joint. That's right, In Vogue. Man, that joint used to be off the chain. That joint used to be off the chain. Brandy, Monica. You know what I'm saying? They're not making Toni Braxton. But Toni used to get on my daggone nerves. She used to sing like this. Toni Braxton used to get on my nerves. What's the one? Tamia? I really like what you done to me. That used to be the joint. I can't explain it. I am so into you. That joint used to be hard. That joint used to be off the hook. I need to be DJing those songs right now. We have a dance party. That's right. Oh, that's right. Mary J. I forgot about Mary J. Oh, Whitney. You can't forget about Whitney. You can't even think about son. Let's take it back to the 80s. You can't forget about Lisa Coke Jam. Remember Lisa? You can't forget, son. There is nobody right now that can hold the candle to none of those people. R&B wise, like you got now. I will give Chris Brown his due. Chris Brown used to have good music. But when's the last time Chris Brown made anything that was like, you know what I'm saying? Chris Brown used to have good tracks. Um, who else? Give me somebody else. Oh, next, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. I'm over here tripping. I'm over here tripping. My bad. And my bad, guys. I don't know why my chat's not up on the window, but we'll fix that. We'll fix that for next week's joint. Maybe I'll just do a test stream and just test it out. Um, Cassie, yeah. What's the one that's married to Aaliyah? And then the one that's married to that got the kid Russell Wilson. What's the chick's name that's married to Russell Wilson? Know what I mean? Kenny G, but see, Kenny G, he was more of a like a segment. Case, you remember Case? Tank. Then you want to go there, go Tank. Jaheim. Shout out to Jaheim. You know what I mean? Son, there was so many. Son, you can't name everybody that you name it. Even though it's 90s, right? Even though it's like 90s R&B. Everybody that you're naming right now, nobody except for I'll give Neo, but even Neo was kind of like early 2000 and he faded out, right? I give Neo. I give the girl that wrote Beyonce stuff. What she did the don't hate me cause I'm beautiful. Don't hate me cause I'm beautiful. Uh oh, I can't forget her. I can't think of her name off of the top of my head. But you got her, you got Neo, and oh, Ryan Leslie. Got it, Mariah. You know what I'm saying? You don't have anybody in, I would say, from 2015 all till now. There's nobody in that you can just pop in and that you if you want true R&B music, you have to go back in time. Okay? You gotta go, you gotta go back in time. You can't just get like true R&B music. You can't get it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. It just don't exist. I'm sorry. Um, who else? I'm trying to think. Girl, y'all got me on it. Y'all got me in the flow right now, and I'm all the way in it. I need to know what's up. John Legend. But when's the last time he put something out? He too busy walking around with that chick he got. That chick got him bugging out. And then I won't even dignify this chat with Beyonce's name because she is garbage. Sorry if you don't like it. They should have kept Michelle and the other one, and then the girls that was with Destiny's Child before she got like before they really blew, they should have kept them. And the problem is they kind of blacklisted those chicks. You know, Genuine, you forgot about. Come on in, let's do it. Riding my pony. Son, Trey Songz, he fell off. You ain't heard Trey Songz. Anthony Hamilton, another one, he fell off. But you got it. But see, all of those is prior to 2015. Like everybody 2015 and below, you could have got a good R&B song that you had out there. Now, Who is the guy? Oh, I got to see now. Y'all got me. I got to go on the computer because Jay Z used to have a dude, a R&B song with this guy, and I can't remember his daggone name. Um, let's see, Jay Z and um, let's see, Horace Brown. No, his name is Mike Shorey. Y'all forgot about Mike Shorey. He used to do a lot of things with he used to do a lot of things with Fab, but Mike Shorey was nice. Montel Jordan, son, Montel Jordan had one of the best songs that tonight. Let's go somewhere and get alone tonight. Son, that joint was the joint. That joint in the spot used to get it popping. What you talking about? Yo, oh my goodness. Montel used to get it popping. So don't forget about it. So I'm sorry, man. I'm reading the joints from the phone. Oh, you can't forget about Luther. Luther used to Luther him Gerald, and then Gerald brother. Those three. Babyface, yes. Anything that Babyface did, Babyface wrote so many songs. It's just insane how many songs Babyface wrote. That's what I'm saying. There's just so many. If right now, if you were born in 2000 and like my daughter's 2006, there's no. By the time you started listening to real music, bro, you don't know nothing R&B unless you go back in time. You have to go back in time. Drew Hill. Hey, look. Say so. Let me tell you something. This is word to everything. Cisco. People hated on Cisco. Let me tell you something. Cisco is probably one of the best male singers in your lifetime. There's no look. His range was crazy. You look at the you listen to that thong song, right? You listen how he sung that song, bro. All of Drew Hill's songs, epic, epic. His range was crazy. Oh, forgot about Jagged Edge. Forgot about 112. Forgot about all of those guys. 112. That Stokes looked like Slim from 112. That's right. Jagged Edge. Remember Jagged Edge? They was tripping. Next. You know what I'm saying? It was then listen. This is what I'm saying. R&B is not what it used to be. It's just not. Sorry, I gotta be the guy to tell you that. But R&B is not the way it used to be. It's not. The way that it used to be is like the songs were about finding a lady, getting married, having children. You know what I mean? Starting a family. That's right. Even Seal, man, son, Seal. And then we could break. Then you could break off into the alternative space. There were so many alternative guys and pop guys that were nice too. Know what I mean? That made good music. That did you don't even sing. Even the alternative music, you don't have no alter. So I haven't heard an alternative song in like it's been decades. Like where's all the alternative guys? All of the dudes that was like alternative R&B, like they weren't really R&B, but they were pop, but they were kind of alternative. All of them dudes is old now. know what I'm saying? I was a third son. I don't even know if it. I can't even classify it as rock, son. I was a Matchbox 20 fan. You want to listen to some deep music, son? Some music that was good. You know what I'm saying? Matchbox 20. You know what I'm saying? That was my dudes. Um, who was this? The dudes that sang "I Want Something Else to Get Me Through This Life, Baby. I want something else." That was my joint. It said, "Give me when you say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye." Do 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 do. So that was my joint. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Train. That's on 3 a.m. I must be lonely, son. That joint was crazy. Said, baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. Son, that's a joint. Help me, she said, baby. Color Me Bad. Remember, Color Me Bad? Milli Vanilli. I would rather hear Milli Vanilli today than these bums that are out here singing right now. So they can sing R&B these days. All they do is mumble. They be like, "Girl, you love me." They swear to sound like the Swedish chef on the mic. Oh man, y'all are tripping. Um, dudes out here sounding like the Swedish chef. Here's your Morty, here, Morty, 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 girl, Morty, 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 Benz, Morty, Morty, Morty. Word up. Ah, man, this is crazy. Hey, son, I actually got tired doing this podcast today. I actually got tired. I was so hype. So hype. You know what I mean? Y'all took me down memory lane. Y'all took me down memory lane. I was hype. You know what I mean? I got a workout doing this podcast today. I was hype. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to cut this one short today. Remember, guys, this week, Friday, you need to, if you haven't been watching Paradise, you need to start watching that. Wayne Wonder, I forgot about that dude. And we forgot about all the reggae dudes, too. Forgot about Shaba. Shaba. Buju. Buju Banton. Forgot about the boy. Walk like a champion. Talk like a champion. Forgot about all them guys. Forgot about my man Shaggy. Forgot about what's my son? John Paul. Nine. You forgot about all of them. Elephant Man. What you know about Elephant Man, Keita? You don't know nothing about Elephant Man. That's right. Man, I'm trying to tell you, we've lost an era. It is gone. You never want. Remember back in the day when the old people used to be like, they don't make music like they used to. That. But now, for real, they really don't make music like they used to. Even you could go back and listen to your parents' old music, and that joint was fresh, bro. What the heck is cats listening to today? You get in there, and that joint just sound terrible. Terrible. It don't have no purpose. It ain't doing nothing. It ain't saying nothing. It ain't nothing. You know what I mean? My nine, I got my mind. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Let me get out of here. Peace, love. Friday, watch your movie Paradise, and whatever else you're watching. Let us know what's really going on with what you're watching. Um, I caught up, and those of you that caught up on the Bridgerton, we're gonna discuss that because there's a lot of stuff to discuss. I saw all kinds of conspiracies and things like that with Bridgerton, so we're gonna discuss that. Also, um, let's let's try to get the barbecue thing together. I think that'd be dope. But we'll talk about that on Friday, like I always do. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourselves and others. Um, and we'll be back here Friday, 7:30, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's when we do it. Shon Black. I am your host, your humble correspondent, taking you out. I had fun serenading you today. I serenaded the viewers today, and it was great. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen.